also just how much range bow signatures have if you are precise with them. And with gravity canceling, you can snipe people out of a lot of things.
You have high range on the side signature, high range on the neutral signature. Now, the down signature isn't quite as long range, but it covers like that close 45-degree angle, and it also covers the stacked option as well on that bow kit.
So now we're going to game number 1, the final best of 3 of the day between Diakou and Macheeete, and this seems to be the favorite losers bracket starting map of EU.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And already Diakou starting off really strong with that offstage game, using the bow stairs and down lights to be able to get as much as he can off of Macheeete. Damage was even though. Macheeete faring much better than Daikou's last opponent.
Yeah, Hyson was really struggling in the beginning, and that's probably why we saw Diakou open up with those double ground pounds, is he probably wants to hit those to send a big message to Macheeete, just like he did to Hyson.
And also just test his opponent to be like, hey, can you deal with this? Or am I going to be able to get a very early lead?
And even if he only gets it
that
one
down
time,
hits.
Is that going to be the kill? Beautiful down air.
It is. What an early KO.
Yeah.
And what's crazy that Blackguard Keep has so much... It's also kind of rough because the platform was rising as Diakou was recovering too. So that took away an option. Diakou loses that stock considerably early, and that's one of the benefits of having being good with Mordex's down sig, because yes, it looks very strong, but as we saw with Zero, he wasn't able to land any of those moves, as opposed to Macheeete, who's clearly worked on implementing that into his playstyle. Weapon pickup comes up. Diakou finding a nice D-Light recovery, sends Macheeete towards the top of the stage. Putting out a gravity cancel neutral stick to catch Macheeete on the way down, but Macheete's just waiting for a weapon spawn. Diakou guarding the weapon that just spawned right there, falling out with those side lights. Nothing really connecting. Macheete's just playing patiently, knowing how much of a lead he's got and how he can continue to extend that lead if he finds another down sig. Ooh, the double side light. First side light with the gravity cancel side light. Side light on gauntlets, rising you up a little bit naturally, so that you can put yourself in a position to do more moves like that. But a nice nair. Macheeete just not ready for it. Diakou reaching all the way up to be able to get that KO.
And it's looking like Diakou wants to stick with the sword here. Not surprising, knowing him as a player and the time that he spent on sword characters. Probably one of his most confident weapons. I would say that Axe used to be that way, but Axe isn't in kind of the same shape that it used to be years and years ago. But for a Koji player, I feel like we see a lot of bow Koji players, specifically the D-Light, or side light, D-Light into the neutral light, and we just haven't really seen that from Diakou so far. So he's playing Koji just a little bit differently.
What a textbook punish coming up from Macheeete. Diakou deciding to recover underneath the stage. And while, yes, you can do that in Brawlhalla, you have to use all of your resources to be able to do it.
You talked about one tricks earlier.
Yeah, he caught him into the middle of the recovery, and then Macheeete just ground pounded him. He's just kind of like, wait, why are you going over there? Took the stock right away. And now Diakou finds himself at an even bigger deficit than he was before, as Macheeete just keeps bouncing the scythe off of the head of his opponent. Oh, the down sig!
Oh, the long range! Those lingering icicles!
Oh, 272 damage done. Diakou melted. That was like what Hyson was to Hermesen.
Yeah.
Only like 10 times worse, because Diakou also wasn't really close to winning that game. Diakou effectively was gimped 3 times. Because I think that gauntlet down sig caught him really early.
Yeah.
Ground pound got him really early. And that down sig, that slide charge down sig on the platform literally was like, here, let me provide you a place to hit your opponent. And I think it's really cool. You could tell that Macheeete has put enough time into the signatures as a player like Sandstorm, because all the things that you mentioned, say like with the gauntlet down sig to catch people, throw them off early, the slide charge down sig on the scythe because of the range off stage. Those things happened in game number 1, as we were talking about them, which we didn't see with Zero. Zero played much more of a scrappy, skirmishy style with weapon tosses and just trying to catch people with the active hitbox.
And honestly, I don't think we really saw them as much with Macheeete earlier as well.
Right.
So this
is
showing
seems like it's adapted to
that he has a significant bag of tricks that he has not exhausted yet.
Yes, absolutely. I would be surprised if we went to Blackguard Keep again. But I have been surprised about the map picks every single time.
Multiple times today, specifically with Blackguard. Diakou is going to ban it out.
Yeah, Diakou doing more of what I would expect a player to do after a game went like that. Because, honestly, all of his stocks were lost to the map.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to Macheeete for being able to play the map, but he can look at that game and go, like, all those things would not have happened to me if I was somewhere else. So I like that we're seeing this map switch and to Thunderguard Stadium. Of course, recovering under the stage can be just as risky against a player like Macheeete. We'll see how Diakou adapts. We're opening up a nice little Sarah recovery. Diakou taking a small lead here in game number 1. Macheeete returning with his own little down light ground pound. Both players exchanging these 2-hit combos to start the damage off right in game number 2 here.
Delight recovery into the side air coming out from Diakou. He's looking for an early gimp here. Oh, that is going to be it.
Very excellent.
20-second stock, killing Macheeete in orange while taking 25 damage. That is a big opening start in this game 2 coming out from Diakou.
Diakou looking fantastic here on Thunderguard. Opening with a little bit of a ground pound. Neutral light comes out into a down light. Macheeete finding a nice little side light and going for that ground pound, but Diakou so ready for those. And that just seems to be like
Diakou!
That seems to be like a Mordex player special. Let's do that pivot ground pound, like dash jump pivot. And Diakou is absolutely ready for it. Oh, he's falling stairs. He's like hitting him with the tip as he moves, too. He's spacing it just away so that the very end of the moves that he's throwing out are going to clip Macheeete as he's drifting. Excellent spacing coming out from Diakou, but that ground pound might just do it. Diakou manages to dodge back. Thunderguard Stadium saving him there as opposed to hurting him. And Macheeete now still has to continue to work with his stock. Down 6 is not connecting, and Daikou's respecting the options that Macheeete has so much more than he did in game number 1.
What is Macheeete going to look for his kill option here? It's going to be the signature. He's able to punish
that was so cool.
The down signature coming out from Diakou.
That was actually so sick because Diakou put out a Koji down sig, and I get it, it's a punishable move, but Macheeete like rode with it after it went through him, and it caught him at the very end instantly. He didn't even like wait.
That's the thing. It's not like a cross gauntlet down signature where the longer you hold it, the further it travels.
Yeah,
so
that laser beam isn't constantly active. It's just
so you know exactly where your opponent is going to land. So he was able to land that punish perfectly.
But Diakou, not phased by being punished for his down sig option, was able to very quickly take the stock back. And he's looking like he's going to be taking this to a game 3 if Macheeete can't figure out something soon, because these weapons are being denied, and Diakou is a flurry of blows here right now as he goes in for that neutral light. Ooh, down light and a ground pound. Oh, the second ground pound. Macheeete trying to go for the cheese here on Diakou, and it does not work out. Diakou ready for any of those shenanigans that he's going to be pulling out on the right side of Thunderguard Stadium. Gravity cancel down light does not catch Macheeete, and Macheeete cannot get it. Okay, finally gets a weapon. Gets stared in the face for it, but at least manages to pick it up.
Daikou's doing a great job with the spacing so far, though.
Absolutely.
He's been throwing out a lot of attacks, but it's been just like building a wall
he's been hitting
between
the very end
Macheeete.
of them, too.
Yeah.
Like, if he puts out a side light, it's the very end that clips. The Sair, it's just the second hit, like that.
Oh!
That one hits both of them, and that's a huge benefit. Oh, that dodge was used so early.
Oh my gosh!
Wonderful play coming out from Diakou. I would be... I'm very impressed. I can only, like... Since I'm, like... maps seem to be my subject of the day. I think way back when there was Boo and what is it, Ren?
Yeah,
I think, or Vex. Either way, like there was like those were like the 2 main clans. Boo's favorite stage to go to all the time. Boo's favorite stage to go to all the time was Thunderguard Stadium, and then the Vex people always went to Twilight Grove. So it doesn't surprise me that Diakou was doing so well on Thunderguard Stadium, but that was like a huge shift from Blackguard Keep, where it was like I said, they were all effectively gimps. And I like that Diakou looked at that and went like, okay, he can't do what he did to me here. And then the game completely flip-flopped. Koji being selected again, and Macheeete staying loyal to his character. The map bans here are going to be very important. This is game
first
number 3.
ban was small Thunderguard Stadium.
Immediately. He was like, nope, that's not cool. And he's leaving up things that, like Twilight Grove and Blackguard Keep, okay. We're going to Mammoth. I would agree. I don't think Daikou's going to go to Blackguard. And Miami Dome is a little too small. A little bit. That's what it feels like. But
Diakou thinking about it.
There's a huge decision going behind this.
Yeah, he's thinking about it just like it took him a few moments to
I'm
lock in his
wondering if he's
character
thinking
as well.
like maybe the Blackguard Keep was a fluke. Nope, there's the Mammoth that I was expecting, because it's like the least... He's probably thinking the only way I'm losing this is if he does something weird to me with this Mordex stuff.
I'm glad he didn't think, well, maybe Blackguard was a fluke, because how many players have we seen think, hey, maybe Blackguard was a fluke?
I don't know.
Multiple times.
This entire
today.
top 12 has been filled with like, no, I can do it, and then they just fall to their death. Opening up Diakou, starting off strong. Macheeete kicking him in the face in response. Nice weapon toss into sword sidelight, knowing you can prime weapons. There used to be a time when weapons were RNG, but now it's just every other weapon.
Yeah.
So it was very smart of Diakou to be like, the last thing I picked up was a bow. If I throw this at you, pick up a sword, and immediately buffer the sidelight, I'm going to hit you with this. One way or the other.
And he's going to be having his strongest weapon on this character so far.
Downlight comes out, Macheeete struggling very hard to hold onto a weapon. He seems to be like trying to go for like a weapon toss playstyle, and he's just tossing the weapons away and having to wait patiently. And every time that he waits, he gets a little bit more damage tagged onto his person before he can find something. Ooh, that down air does not connect, and Macheeete gets a crazy good string off of that. Nice little neutral air to send Diakou back to the stage. Side air comes out, chase dodges. No sidelight, and the nair from Diakou will put him into orange. Jumping stairs from Diakou, and the spacing's not working out quite as well. Oh,
okay.
Gravity cancel down light after the side light to get the recovery follow-up. Macheeete spot dodging and air dodging out of a lot of Diakou's carefully spaced moves. That's the risk of going for like the end of, say, a multi-hit move, is that if you're going for the end of it, they can just dodge it and immediately hit you afterwards. Because you don't have to worry about getting hit by like the second hit. Oh, excellent punish.
Yeah, it goes for the down signature again, and it gets punished again by Macheeete.
And the recovery from beneath the stage catches them in that new Fist of Loki, I think is what it's called.
Yes. Now Macheeete is finding his first lead that was just basically raw neutral.
What lead?
Well, yeah, you're right.
Sorry that I interrupted.
Well, he took the first stock.
He did take the first stock.
In what was just a raw, basically neutral game.
As opposed to
there
like
was nothing goofy on the edge.
Well, there was something goofy on the edge with the down sig, but that's not how he finished.
Yes.
And I totally agree with you. Back to even. Both players recognizing the magnitude of this game, because this decides who goes into the best of 5 territory, where they can really show their prowess as a Brawlhalla player. Nice D-Light recovery. Doesn't find the nair afterwards. Kind of waited a little bit to see what Macheeete would do, but didn't get punished. The sidelight puts him off the side of the stage. Macheeete goes for that ground pound and does succeed. Too low in damage to being able to get anything substantial off of it. Nice sidelight. Ooh, the downlight comes out, and Diakou now hurting a little bit more. Will Macheeete go for another ground pound? He does, and it succeeds again. Diakou uses that recovery super early.
Oh, great nair!
Stops him from getting ground pound. Good job from Diakou to be able to make it back. Falling nair from Macheeete will put Diakou a little bit deeper into the red, and Diakou picking up the bow. I haven't seen any side... Oh, as I said that. Every time.
What do you mean you haven't seen the side save?
Every time. Caught me in the middle of my words. But I was really going to say side 6 or neutral 6.
Yeah.
Particularly
and there's the second one. That's Tony Romo right there.
I guess so.
That's Tony Romo.
Just when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, these are things that could possibly bring Diakou back into the lead. And I like, even though he used them and they got punished, I like that he was using them and thinking the same thing, because he has not been using them. Even on the sword. Oh, besides the down six that he's been getting horribly punished for, but the weapon toss comes out. Will he go for another weapon toss? Ground pound does it. Macheeete, once again, takes the first stock. Now, will this be another return kill into Diakou clutching the game, or will Macheeete really be able to take a lead? Because he's been finding more success with his weapon tosses into being able to get a neutral light or a side light here and there.
Now, something that is worthy of note here is let's pretend it was before that stock.
There's the down.
Okay, these characters are basically even in this game so far. They're tied 1-1 in the set.
Right.
This is previously off of these two already played each other today.
That's true.
Macheeete sent Diakou into the losers bracket, and it was a 2-0.
Okay.
So we're seeing a huge rally back coming here from Diakou.
Macheeete hitting that side light. Oh no, the down light catches Diakou reaching a little bit too above the platform, and the recovery gets caught by the down air, sends him off the stage. Can Diakou make it back? He does, barely touches after that dodge, but that was so close. If Macheeete went for that ground pound, that would have been it for our EU legend, and now, getting hit by the down air, sent to the right. Oh, the side light, Macheeete catching Diakou at every single option that he picks. He cannot touch the stage. Macheeete waiting for the opportunity to go for the down air. Okay, ground pound was ended a little early, and Diakou has to touch the stage on the stage for so long that the exclamation point's almost completely filled up. Diakou doesn't know how to get back on the center stage, and Macheeete is feeling the momentum. There's the downlight. Macheeete was not ready for it. Manages to race his way back on. Little jumping nair, dash jump nairs over and over again. Can Diakou go for the side? Pummeled, disarmed, sent off the stage. Will he go for the weapon toss, the ground pound, anything? Diakou uses that dodge. It's gone for a little bit, but he mounts him back. Okay. Wall slip comes out, and Daikou's doing such a great job of navigating a massive amount of options that Macheete's being able to pressure him with.
And Daikou's in kill percent right now. Macheeete is not. He's about half of the way through orange.
Down
so Macheeete still has some room to go before Diakou might find this kill. There's the weapon toss, trying to find the way in.
Now Macheeete looks like he's got a little bit of nerves on him. Diakou goes on the side of the stage, but Daikou's been realizing, he feels safe here. Macheete's just going,
oh
no!
Diakou premature with that gravity cancel neutral signature, trading his dodge for the ability to do a grounded move in the air.